Time for baseball now on the show as we give you a look inside U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Seattle Mariners and the Chicago White Sox. First pitch of a great pitcher's duel is coming up next. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. Eric, any thoughts?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
Ketel Marte makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Seattle, shortstop, number 4.
And underway on the south side as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1.
First pitch, 4 o'clock.
Sale's ready. Here it comes on 1-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. 1-1. Here it comes. Oh, good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. We'll be in the 80s later this afternoon, but for now, 79 degrees at first pitch. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon. A moment now to give you a look at the Mariners' starting lineup. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I think you better look out for that cleanup hitter. He's a home run threat every time he steps into the box. If they want to shut him down, they're going to have to be careful and keep the ball low in the zone. Don't give him anything he can drive.
Striding into the box, Robinson Cano. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Into the windup and the pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hit hard on the ground to second. Saladino takes it in. Throw to first, and Cano's a ground out victim. 2 gone. And with that, let's take a look at the White Sox defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Matty, we all know the Todd father from the home run hitting contest. The guy has as much power as anybody in the game, but he's also a gold glove threat. Still a great third baseman with ability to make some outlandish diving stops. Plays one of the most difficult positions as well as anybody in the game. Quick reflexes, ice-cold veins. Man, he can play.
Edgar Martinez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
1-2. Here it comes. Hit hard to short. Reined in. Throw over to Morneau's going to be in time, and with it, the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Now it's the White Sox. Felix Hernandez gets the ball for Seattle in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about starting pitchers, he's one of the most consistent there is in the game. He's got a career ERA in the low 3s. I expect him to throw a good ball game here in this one.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Under it is the sure-handed Gutierrez for the first out.
Batting second.
Number 12 settles into the box for his first chance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with the slider for a strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Here's the 0-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Jose Abreu gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
But that'll be off the right field wall. Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play.
Batting fourth, third baseman
Todd Frazier, the hitter now, with a chance to pick up that runner from second with two away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Tied him up there as this is softly hit down the line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Second inning upcoming here on the south side. Nelson Cruz will stand in. He took home a Silver Slugger Award for American League outfielders a year ago. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Nothing inside here, at least not to start the at-bat, and I imagine that's by design.
Yeah, they'll give him right field. They just don't want him to turn on something.
Fastball got him looking as that had two-seam action on it. One gone. Into the box now, Franklin Gutierrez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And Gutierrez comes up empty there, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole now.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Kyle Seager stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Sale has his target, looking to put him away here on a ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Justin Morneau strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning. First offering on its way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
In the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Swinging away, and now the count will be 3-1. This is line to left, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. Stepping in, Melky Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
And that misses inside, 1-0. Nobody out, runner on first. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Marte is there for it, and that's the first out of the inning. Avisail Garcia is in to take his first swings here with the runner still at first and one away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's probably going to take a gapper to get him home.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. You have to figure that sinker is going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Got him.
Oh, and that's a sweet pitch right there. You know, on the mound, there's very few things that can happen negatively with this location. I mean, you're either going to swing and miss, you foul it off, or you hit it into the ground where it becomes a double play. But I'm sure on the mound, you'll take the strikeout.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. That evens it up, 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
And that's almost a carbon copy of that last fastball, and he buried both of those pitches right on the inside corner.
The 1-2 pitch. And good take that time on a low breaking ball. 2-2 now.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
Hit sharply on the ground. Cano fields it cleanly. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Just an airmail shot that time. The pickup's good, but this ball just sails straight over his head at first base. Good effort to try and go up and get it, but this is well out of his reach.
Standing in now, Tyler Saladino, as he'll swing and hit this one hard but foul off to the left and out of play. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 2 down, runners at first and second. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back at U.S. Cellular on the south side as you get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan. Number 10 will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Number 10.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Right now, they'd be lucky to just put one in play.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Sale gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Here's Seth Smith now. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And they'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the 3rd.
The catcher, number
Strikeout and a soft liner here, and he's had no problems with this inning so far at all.
Chris Iannetta will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First delivery to him on the way. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. And with 2 away here, this is not the time to lose the strike zone.
Especially not to a number 9 hitter. The last thing you want to do is turn this lineup over and give these guys a shot to make something out of this inning after all.
3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taking 2.
Taking all the way that time. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
3rd inning, no score to this point. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2. Hit hard to the right side. Saladino on the grass. Throw on to the first baseman Morneau, and the inning is over. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Adam Eaton Digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Now Hernandez will get back to work here as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. No balls and a strike. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. That one bends around the zone, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's a good pitch there. That thing tried to come back, but didn't quite get there.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
If there's one thing base stealers don't like, it's when you throw at their legs. Now, that's their meal ticket you're messing with.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4. Number 12 will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. There's a good fastball from Hernandez that time. Strike 1. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. A runner at first with no outs here. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Jose Abreu, the hitter now. 0 for 1 on the day after reaching on an error his first time up. And the runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
From the stretch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. To first. Oh, look at Martinez. One there. Not in time.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Can't quite get the out after an impressive snag. Todd Frazier stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
2 out with the man at first. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Cruz on the move, and that's the third out. A man left for the White Sox. We'll head to the fourth, still score. Ketel Marte will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning, 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Sail into the windup. Here's the 1-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And they take him out of the zone here, and he obliges. Not the greatest of swings there for the first out.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
Here's Robbie Cano now. Pulled toward right center field. Eaton is under it. 2 gone.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Edgar Martinez digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at-bat. Normally this guy would be all over him, but he's shown some discipline here with 2 good takes.
Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. In there, a base hit. Nelson Cruz will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
The center fielder, number 21.
Franklin Gutierrez stands in trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
And in a spot like this, first and second with 2 away, that's where he's at his toughest on the mound.
Oh, and while we talked, that pitch got away and ended up hitting him. So he'll head down to first on the hit by pitch.
Number 15, third baseman.
Digging in, Kyle Seager. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, definitely taken all the way. Not a bad idea with the bases loaded.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. The runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Well, he's starting to put himself into a no-win situation. Obviously, you don't want to walk home a run, but you can't just throw a cookie in there because he could bring in 4 with 1 swing.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. The Mariners threaten, but leave them loaded. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Justin Morneau is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Smith on the run. One away.
Boy, they are just making life easy for this guy. Swinging on the first pitch of the inning. Pretty routine fly ball. It's been a cakewalk here early on.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And striding in is the left fielder, Melky Cabrera. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Smith. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Avisail Garcia is in with two away as he takes a ball. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
After the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
And this is going to be just foul down the line as that had double written all over it. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike two.
And now at the plate, here's where you got to put yourself in the pitcher's head and figure out, what would I throw on a 2-2 pitch?
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. So a strong inning there for Felix Hernandez. Still 0-0. Number 10 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Designated hitter, number
Ready
10.
with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. All right, 4 scoreless innings in the books. What's it going to take to push across our first run?
Well, I think both pitchers have really dominated so far. This is where getting the leadoff guy on is so key. You know, get the pitcher into the stretch, get him out of his comfort zone. Then maybe your offense can go from there.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. There to make the play is Frazier for the first out.
I think we expected to see a well-pitched game coming in, and we got one. Starting to look like the team who scores first might be the one who wins.
Seth Smith is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Changeup stays outside and he's behind 2-0. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors on the Seattle line score so far. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Grounded to the right. Morneau's got it. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The catcher, number 33.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And standing in now, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's getting some good run on that two-seamer. It's moving better than it was even a few innings ago.
And he falls behind 0-2. And here's one that misses, so the count runs to 1-2 now on Iannetta.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will... Alex Avila comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike one.
Well, anytime you throw a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters you're facing, you're looking for trouble, but not so in this game. We're in the middle innings here, and he's still pitching well.
And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
This has been the story all afternoon. They have just not been able to get on top of his fastball. Here's another pop-up to prove it.
Tyler Saladino in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. One out, nobody on. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0. And he watches this one in there for a high strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
And he misses low here, so the count goes to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe force seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And he takes ball four, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with one away.
On the ground for Cano. This could be two. There's one. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We return to Chicago. Ketel Marte will get things going here in the Mariners' sixth as he'll step in to lead off the inning.
Absolutely nothing going on in this game so far, so we'll see if the leadoff man can get something going.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's a ball hit in the air out toward Cabrera in left. One gone.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits. Both of them are singles. And he's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Robinson Cano will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now. Bases are empty, one man out. And there's the first strike, 2-1. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
In there, and it's even now, 2-2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full, 3-2. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again, 3-2. And Cano's able to lay off that time. He'll reach on the base on balls. Edgar Martinez will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. There goes Cano. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Runner at first here, one man out. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
And into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him.
Nelson Cruz will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time and then a base hit last time around. And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Sale sets. 1-0 on its way. That's by him for strike 1.
Boy, he is just wearing guys out with that two-seam fastball. I don't care if it's inside, outside, he's really hitting his spots well.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Well, nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Cabrera's after it. And the inning is over. 1 left for Seattle. We are still scoreless. Number 12 will dig in now, just hoping to put one in play. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts so far.
Yeah, the last thing he wants is that dreaded hat trick, so we'll see if he can make something happen this time.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
That trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Hard hit towards center. Gutierrez is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting,
Jose Abreu stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
Taken high and deep to right. Cruz racing back, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0. Todd Frazier stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. And a fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Tap foul at home plate. Hernandez will get ready to deliver pitch number 75 so far. 2-2 count. Here it comes. A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Now this one is blasted to left field, and there's no doubt about it. Back-to-back jacks. It's a solo home run for Todd Frazier as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
You want production for the middle of your lineup? How about back-to-back home runs? I'd say that's production.
First baseman number 44.
Here's Justin Morneau.
Justin Morneau.
As he lines this one out to center. And this is down in front of Gutierrez. It's a base hit.
And things are starting to change for the worse out there. Now, this is a guy who hadn't given up a run until earlier this inning. And now all of a sudden, he's having a hard time getting anybody out. Looks to me like he's hit the wall out there.
Melky Cabrera will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. So after the strong 5 innings, things have not come as easily for him here in inning number 6.
Well, this is kind of the MO of this lineup. They have a way of just wearing you down. And they're starting to get into some better counts to hit, and that work's paying off.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Ready on 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And now with that pitch count getting up there just a little bit, you can see that some of these pitches are missing just a little farther away than they were earlier.
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And Hernandez won't get him to chase this one. It's a full count now, 3-2. You going to start the runner at first here?
Yeah, at the plate, you've got a guy that will ground into his share of double plays, so it's not a bad idea to get things in motion.
Oh, he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Martinez is over, and he tucks it away for the second out. Avisail Garcia will dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. 7th inning. Franklin Gutierrez will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. Chopped weakly to the left. To his left, Frazier. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter, number 50.
Kyle Seager will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. Some action now in the White Sox bullpen. They'll stand up a lefty and a right-hander to throw. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Well, when you plug Kyle Seager into your lineup, you can pretty much pencil in 20 home runs plus and anywhere from 70 to 100 RBIs, and that's a very productive hitter.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And Seager had another solid year in 2015.
You're right, Matty. He had career highs in both homers with 26 and doubles when he hit 37 that year.
And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
Well, now the further he goes in this one, the less precise he's going to be with his location. You can see it up on the screen. He's up over 90 pitches here, so he's starting to get tired and running out of gas out there.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Number 10 is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, guys, you watch the way he's pitched all night, and you'd be surprised to understand that he's thrown a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters he's faced, and he's still pitching such a good game.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now. Boy, that changeup's had him eaten out of his hand.
Oh, and they've been falling all over themselves trying to get it. But you just got to know that that's not going to be a strike. It looks like it is, but it isn't.
There to take it now is Cabrera, and he has it for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder,
Seth Smith will dig in for a 3rd time now. He's popped out and grounded out so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. I'll tell you, he's been living on that corner all afternoon.
And you can tell guys at the plate, they're starting to get frustrated. He just hasn't made many mistakes.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Mariners leave 1. They're still down. It's 2-0. Steve Cishek will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Alex Avila stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
First pitch is a sinker, too low. 1-0. Line toward the alley and left center. And there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th.
Now batting,
Tyler Saladino stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Cishek's ready. Here's the first pitch. Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike 1 and 2.
Now you can't look for a specific pitch. You just got to protect the plate.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Adam Eaton stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
In the dirt here. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
You know, sometimes when you come into the game, the mound on the field is a little bit different than the one out there in the bullpen. I don't know if that affected him here at all. Maybe I'm just making excuses for him, but he hasn't been in the...
Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him.
Whew, no problem. Well, this is a pretty high degree of difficulty right here. It helps when you've got a strong arm to make this play. You see him do almost a pop-up slide as he fields this thing, and then from then on out, it is all arm, folks. Boy, that's very well done.
Into the box now, number 12. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. Well, one thing he's shown so far, he's not afraid to work inside.
Yeah, with that base open right now, he shouldn't have to be afraid. If you do hit him, big deal. Get the next guy.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one fouled off to the right side. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this one goes right by Iannetta through to the backstop. And he's going to make it into third base now, as I believe that'll be scored as a wild pitch. Set to deal on 2-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. White Sox leave 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Chris Iannetta, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now a changeup misses here to begin the 8th. It's 1-0. Well, that man right there is into his 8th inning of work now. Any concerns going forward?
Well, I think the only thing you have to worry about is that pitch count you see right there. Other than that, he's earned the right to stay out there. Usually the other team will tell you when you're starting to get tired.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Eaton over to his right. Makes the play, 1 away.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Hit to third. Frazier's up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Here comes the first pitch. Robinson Cano stands in as he looks at a called strike.
And that man right there, he's got to figure out some kind of combination to score some runs for him. They have really been scuffling.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's feeling it now. I mean, This is turning into a clinic out there.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mariners are down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Jose Abreu digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Smith is there, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Third baseman number
Todd
21.
Frazier comes forward now. A home run in his last at-bat.
Well, he hit a 2-strike changeup, so let's see if they attack him a little bit differently if they get him to 2 strikes again.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. And he misses with it, 1-1.
1 strike.
Cishek pauses, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Down the third baseline. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ground ball sent back up the middle.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Runners off for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Well, I think we all know this guy is the whole package out there. He's homered earlier in the ball game. Now he shows off those wheels by taking second here on the stolen base.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike. 0-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. To the hole left side, and it's through, a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away. Archimedes Caminero will get the call now as he'll try to get the final 2 outs here and get this one on to the 9th inning. Melky Cabrera will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. And a high strike there, 0-1. Warming up now in the pen is Pat Venditti, the man famous for his ability to work both right and left-handed. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1 and 2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. White Sox strand a couple, but they're on top 2-0. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Edgar Martinez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base because they've been held in check all game.
Here's the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with a leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the 9th.
When you talk about giving these guys a shot, now you got a real dangerous guy waiting in that on-deck circle. All of a sudden, he's the tying run.
Nelson Cruz will stand in. He flew out his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. Softly on a line to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out.
The center fielder.
Yeah, and anytime you can get a guy like this to hit a ball like that, well, you know you've won the battle out there on the mound, and that was a good pitch.
Here's Franklin Gutierrez. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Nervous time now in that third base dugout.
Heck, nervous time up here. My heart's racing, and I'm just watching this game.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
2-0 pitch on the way. Change up, and he can't buy a strike here. 3-0.
And I know he wants the shutout, but with his pitch count the way it is right now, a walk right here might signal the end of the line for him.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch.
3-2.
Definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2.
You can't tie the game swinging at balls.
On the ground up the middle. Backhanded. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, just 2 hits were all they could muster off of him. He was in complete control from the start of this game, and he finished it off in style, too.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And, guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The White Sox win it 2-0. So long from Chicago.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious White Sox. 2 runs, 7 hits.
Now from your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. A good matchup here for you tonight between the Colorado Rockies and the New Orleans Zephyrs. Adam Conley, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Remember, guys, this is someone that will come at you with 4 different pitches. He'll change velocity, he'll go up and down, the break on the pitches. Makes it a real challenge for a hitter.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. And not a bad night for baseball, and even 70 degrees here at game time. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. Hit hard on the ground to second. Pruitt scoops it up and taken in out there for the first out. And a chance now to check out the visiting Colorado Rockies. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on DJ LeMahieu. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
Stepping in, Charlie Blackmon, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
To 2-2 now. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
And these long at-bats give you a good sense of what a guy's featuring here in the first inning.
In the air to straightaway right. Moving under it, Lerma. And he makes the catch for the second out. And with that, here's a look at the Zephyrs on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this defense is really anchored up the middle, and most specifically, the guy over at second base. He turns the double play as well as anybody in the game, has a lot of range, and really takes away a lot of hits from the other team.
The windup and the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. John Gray is on the mound for the Rockies in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Leading
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. It's sharply toward third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. The throw into second, and he's in at second base with a first-inning double. Coming to the plate now, Hector Cortez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Runner's on his way to third. Pitches a cold strike. The throw is in time as he gets the tag down, and he's out trying to take third. One out, nobody on. Sent out to straightaway center field. Blackman is under it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, the wind is blowing in today, so you're not going to see a lot of long drives. Focus on hitting the ball on a line and on the ground to score your runs today.
The 0-1 delivery. And he lays off for ball one.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. All even now, 2-2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Well, that pitch is so low and such an easy take that you basically waste that opportunity you had on 2-2.
And that is through into right field for a single.
Batting fourth,
Xavier Scruggs set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
First pitch on its way. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runners on the move for second. A pitch out. The throw. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop. Here's the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. Green light here on 3-0.
Yeah, I want my run producer swinging the bat. If it's my number 7 hitter, probably not.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Still a base open here, so you don't have to come in with one if you don't want to.
Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. And Arenado will make the catch to retire the side. And inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Dante Bichette makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Dante Bichette.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. Hit hard towards second. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Around first, heading for second now. And he will make it there with their first hit of the ball game. A leadoff double. Now at the plate, Ryan Rayburn. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Ball one. Very high, 2-1.
Well, be careful not to airmail that thing over your catcher's head. You got to make sure you don't overthrow it.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
And that misses for ball 4. Nick Hundley digs in here for his first appearance.
Number 4, Nick Hundley.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. First and second here with nobody out. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1.
And this hole he's digging on the mound, it's all his doing. He's got to be able to find the strike zone.
Easy there, big fella, 2-2.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Number 72 steps in now.
First baseman, number 72.
First offering on its way. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike 1.
When you're in a key spot like this, you can't allow yourself to get tied up that badly.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Number 68 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Batting 8.
Daniel Descalzo gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch coming. Here it is. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
You see right there on the graphic, these first 2 innings have been costly pitch-wise. He's at 35 already, and he's only through an inning and 2/3.
Down the first baseline. Fielded cleanly. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. No runs, a hit, 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. James Iwamura will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. That evens it up 1-1. Outside 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Number 68 will be next. Into his motion, here comes the 3-1. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second. Number 68 gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
You know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, not really how you want to start the next guy after a walk. That pitch isn't even close.
That's inside. 2-0.
Sometimes you just let a guy work his own way into trouble and then take advantage.
2-0 count. Here it comes. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first.
Two-one pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Still 2-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Rayburn is in pursuit. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first.
Batting 7.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well, but this is a nice play out there to play the carom off the wall and then get the ball in quickly, and that's going to hold his man to just a single. That's a nice play.
Standing in now, Ronnie Drew, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
None out, runners at first and second. And it's quickly 0-2. Has to be thinking strikeout here. And another foul ball. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That misses. 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. With a moment now, let's bring in a look at how the Rockies will line up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, over at shortstop in this one, we'll see an arm that you don't see very often.
Nope.
He has a cannon. He's the type of guy, he can kick a ball, boot it, still pick it up, and get the runner at first.
A high strike there, and it's 1-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit hard but foul to the left, and they'll try it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. LeMahieu on to first. Not in time as the umpire was right there to make the call. Adam Conley settles into the box for his first chance. He's set. Here it comes. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And you can't make this easy on him right here. At least make some contact and force him to make a play.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
Good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now I might anticipate.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. John Gray set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
Bounce to first. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The batter, number 9.
DJ LeMahieu will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
Yeah, but he hit it hard, though. He put a really nice swing on it. And we'll see if he can do that same thing right here.
And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Hot shot to third. Drew is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
How about it?
Striding into the box, Charlie Blackmon. He flew out in his last at-bat. Hit on the ground to third. Drew ranges to his right. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Home half of the third coming up. Derek Sauer will get his second shot at it now. He doubled to start out the home first.
Yeah, it was a nice at-bat. Good way to start off the game. Probably hopes to carry it through the rest of the at-bats.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. One ball and 1 strike to the leadoff man here in the home third. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2.
And after that double in his first at-bat, you can tell they're approaching him with a bit more caution here. Well, they should.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Rayburn coming in. He's not going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
And the funny thing about this at-bat, he does everything wrong on this swing. I mean, first off, this pitch is out of the strike zone, and secondly, he tries to pull it instead of taking it the other way. Anyhow, pays off for him.
Into the box, Hector Cortez. Pitch out. Nothing doing. A runner at first with no outs here. And perhaps sensing a hit and run may be on, a move to first. But the runner's back easily. The 1-0 delivery. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Two and one after the foul ball there. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back in. And a big swing and a miss here, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Right fielder number 16.
Henry Lerma will dig in. He singled his first time around. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Soft liner to the left side. That's in there. Base hit. Hundley gets the tag down, and they got him at home plate.
Now batting.
Xavier Scruggs is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, we've mentioned it already, but look at the pitch count here in the 3rd inning. He's almost completely out of gas already.
And a slider bounces, and that'll get on by. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Here he comes on 2-0. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Hit out towards second. LeMahieu's got it. Only play will be to first as we'll see our first run score here as this is a 1-0 ball game.
The batter, catcher.
James Iwamura is in to try and get that second run of the inning across as he'll have a runner at third now with 2 away.
Yeah, 1 run's good, but you don't want to leave that guy stranded at third base. It'd be clutch right here if you could get him in somehow.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Now this is sprayed foul off to the left, and that'll even the count at 1-1. Right there at the belt, 1-2 now. A man on third with 2 down. Now a swing and a fly ball. Rayburn sprinting after it, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. But this is a foul ball. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error in the inning, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. The Zephyrs lead it 1-0. Nolan Arenado will dig in, a Silver Slugger winner in the National League a season ago.
Nolan Arenado.
Into the windup and the pitch. Very weakly on the ground. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Boy, and he's come out with a plan against these hitters, and he's executed that plan to perfection here early on. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Dante Bichette is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
Grounded back up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Stepping in now, Ryan Rayburn. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory.
And he's able to look this one in over near the on-deck circle, and that's out number 2.
And as a defender, these are the kind of pitchers you like to play behind. Someone who pitches to contact, keeps the defense involved, and he gets an easy pop-up right here.
In now, Nick Hundley. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Boy, that was a good changeup that got him last time, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to work that off-speed stuff right back into their game plan here.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well, this guy has thrown a first pitch strike to about 50% of the batters he's faced. He's pitching well, but those numbers could be pumped up a little bit.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. New Orleans is out in front, 1-0. Number 68 stands in.
Leading off for New Orleans, left fielder, number 68.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Drilled right back up the middle. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots this ball right back up the middle.
In now, Ronnie Drew. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. One-0 count. Here it is. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
The batter, number 5, second baseman.
Boy, this is a tough turn out there at short. You can see him be forced to backhand the ball and then pivot on that right leg and throw against the momentum of his body. Nothing simple about that throw, and that's an easy one to throw right out into right field.
Standing in now, Jeremy Pruitt. as he will take a look at strike one on a fastball right down the pipe.
And you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. We played 4 full. The Zephyrs lead it 1-0. Number 72 steps into the box.
Leading off for the Rockies, first baseman, number 72.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And he falls behind 0-2. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Hit down the... Oh, it's off the third base bag. A barehanded pickup. He beat it out.
Oh, love the effort, though.
Exceptional effort out there, but that base hit puts the potential tying run at first. Daniel Descalzo stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
And he'll snap one over to first. And he'll get back in safely.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
And he'll miss the target away with the fastball. It's 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Pitch out, nothing doing.
No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rockies so far.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back. Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. That one's in there. 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Nobody out, runner on first. And the count will be full. skied in the air to straightaway left. Under it is the left fielder. One away.
Well, the only good news that comes out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play. Other than that, this at-bat really didn't achieve a whole lot.
The pitcher, John Gray, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
From the stretch. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball one.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. The throw pulls him off the bag. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. So stepping in, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. And a high strike there, 0-1. Runners are at first and second with one away. Swing and a liner. Foul. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Still now on 1-2, you don't have to make the perfect pitch out there. The count is still well in your favor on the mound.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Number 68 is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Well, he's 0 for 3 now in the ball game, and I think I can tell you why. If you're not a power hitter, you need to hit down on the ball. Try and drive things. This guy doesn't have enough muscle to hit home runs consistently, so he's wind up as routine flyouts.
Charlie Blackmon digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Scruggs is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. The three of us are back after this message and a word from our local stations. Adam Conley will come forward now to start things out against his opposite number. And these two have matched each other pitch for pitch here through the first half or so of this ball game.
Yeah, I think we had an idea runs might be hard to come by. You know, maybe not this hard to come by, but both of these guys have been just about flawless so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. In need of a quick inning here, but he starts this one with a ball. It's 1-0. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
I got to think he's going to leave the bat on his shoulder again here, even 2-0. This approach hasn't been too sharp so far to lead off the inning.
Called a strike on the inside part of the plate. 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full. 3-2.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. And he could only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
And when you know you've got a guy in protect mode up there and he's fouling off pitches left and right, that's when you know you can just keep taking him further and further away. He winds up getting the punch out here on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Into the box now, Derek Sauer, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Bases are empty, one man out. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. Whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Hector Cortez stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Two out, nobody on. A good tailing fastball for a strike. 1-1. One and two.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
1-2. Here it comes. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Right fielder number 16, Henry Lerma.
Henry Lerma digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Line drive to center field. Blackman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Leading off the inning, Nolan Arenado, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Here it comes on 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. Pruitt gloves it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
And I'll tell you, I like the way he's handling himself out there. He's going after guys, he's working ahead in the count, and he's keeping the ball around the plate. All the things you want to see in a young pitcher.
Dante Bichette will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. You know, getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
0-1. Here it comes. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. The 1-2 pitch. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
We get a look there at his pitches by inning. He's at 81 now after that last pitch, so he should be good for a little while longer.
Ryan Rayburn will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Cortez giving chase. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Rockies. They trail this one 1-0. Xavier Scruggs will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the one run, that's it.
And that Colorado bullpen comes to life now with a lefty and a right-hander up to throw.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Yeah, and on 2-1 right now, you gotta figure this guy's wound up for the fastball here. Maybe you come with the breaking ball here out of the zone and hope he goes after it.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ready with his 100th pitch of the ball game. Swing and a miss as it's dropped behind the plate. Hundley corrals it. A throw down to first, 1 away.
Now batting.
He's been able to get outs when he needs them with that curveball, and there you see what his pitch breakdown has been so far.
Now to the plate, James Iwamura, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Inside corner, a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Bichette is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, number 68.
Number 68 will step in now. He's singled twice to this point.
Yeah, he's just been putting the ball in play, and so far it's working out nicely for him. Sometimes it is that simple.
In there, no balls and a strike. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
Hit hard on the ground to third. Gloved by Arenado. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. We're off to the 7th inning now, but first let's have a look at our game summary to see how we got here. Nick Hundley will come forward now to begin the 7th inning in what's been a very briskly played ball game here tonight.
That's what happens when you get two starters that are on top of their game. It's been great pitching, great defense, not a lot of base runners, and a very even game through 6 innings.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. The pitch. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
A little bouncer. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Only 3 strikeouts for him in the ball game, but when you've got that slow stuff, keeping guys off balance, you don't need to rely on strikeouts.
Number 72 will dig in. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First delivery to him on the way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-2. Seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
Full count, 3-2.
And a good job here of making him throw a lot of pitches. I mean, he probably doesn't have a whole lot left in the tank, so The more you make him work, the better your chances of getting a mistake.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Full count. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Yeah, that is really athletic there coming off the mound. Normally you'd figure a lefty would fall towards the third base side, but he gets a good break on this ball, and he's able to hustle over there to both make the scoop and the tag for the out.
Daniel Descalzo will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Pitch on the way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And the one thing this guy will do, he won't give away at-bats. He may not be the most talented guy on the field, but he'll grind you up there.
Three and 0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count?
Maybe even taken 2.
Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And with 2 away, you're just looking to get on base somehow, especially when this guy hasn't given you anything so far. So at the very least, make him work out of the stretch and throw a few more pitches here.
Skipper's out of the third base dugout on his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Hugh Gonzalez will get the ball here as he looks to get the final out in the top of the 7th.
Hugh Gonzalez.
Carlos Gonzalez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Carlos Gonzalez.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. Taken high and deep to right. Lerma ranging back at the track. The wall. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, and the Rockies have now taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, all you have to do here is go back to that 2-out walk. I mean, without that, this guy wouldn't have even gotten a shot here in the inning. So here's another instance where losing your focus on the mound can really come back to haunt you.
Now batting, second baseman, DJ.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses 1-2.
And that may have been one of those, let's just see if we can get him to chase one more time. Not a bad idea.
Here's a fastball now that's hit softly down the line to third. Oh, a diving stop. Not in time.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome.
That was a phenomenal stop, but it winds up a base hit, and the inning continues. Charlie Blackmon stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit in the air to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But the Rockies push across 2, both coming on this 2-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 2-1 Colorado.
Your attention, please.
And a new pitcher is summoned from the bullpen, as it'll be the left-hander Boone Logan that gets the call. Leading off the inning, Ronnie Drew, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
Scorched to third. Arenado has it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
And even with the new pitcher in there, I think you tip your cap a bit to that starter. I mean, he gutted out 6 tough innings, and he's given his guys a good chance at victory if this bullpen can hold the lead.
Jeremy Pruitt stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control. 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight.
Just a great 2-strike pitch right there. And that's all you can say. As a hitter, you're seeing fastball out of his hand, and then boom! Just disappears on you.
Paul Winslow will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 25, Paul Winslow.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And that man right there, he's got to figure out some kind of combination to score some runs for him. They have really been scuffling.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Slider taken for a called strike. 2-1.
And even though that's a strike, that's a good take. You want to be looking one pitch, one spot. So don't go swinging at that one. That was nasty.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Three and one. Here it is. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now. 3-2. Swing and a liner, but this will be foul. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Bichette on the move and a diving effort, but he can't make the play in right.
Well, that's one of the dangers of being a corner outfielder. If you dive, there's no safety net behind you. And I think he's pretty lucky in the end that this one wound up only being 2 bases instead of 3. Heck, could have even been 4.
Stepping in now, Derek Sauer, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. Two out here and a runner at second. That's wide. 2-0.
Yeah, he's got an open base here. Looks like he's going to use it.
Ready with the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here.
Center fielder number 8.
Hector Cortez gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Grounded to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 8th inning coming up. The Rockies are out in front, 2-1. Greg Brewster will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
29, Greg Brewster.
leading off the inning, Nolan Arenado, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Back on it is the left fielder. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, I got to tell you, that's not the way you're hoping to make an entrance into this ball game. First batter he faces, and bang. This ball just about leaves the yard, winds up hitting off the outfield wall, and now he's going to have to deal with a runner on second base.
Into the box, Dante Bichette. High in the air out to center field. Cortez moves over. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away.
So a double and a fly ball move a man to third now with one away. Now if they could just get another fly ball, it would likely net him a run.
Ryan Rayburn strides forward now with a very important insurance run standing over at third.
Yeah, this one's been a well-played, close game, so that's a big run down there.
And that's in there for strike one.
That thing's coming in there hot, 96 miles an hour.
Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the eighth. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees. And you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
And here, I mean, if this is a high chopper to short, it's an RBI. If it's a lazy fly to right, it's an RBI. Point is, you've got to put the ball in play with a runner on third and one out. That's just basic execution that's lacking right there.
Nick Hundley will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Grounder down the line at third. Oh, and he fans on it at third. It's down the left field line. In to score is the runner from third. It's now 3-1.
And that could turn out to be a very big insurance run right there. That makes this a 2-run game now. And the way their starter's pitching, he may not wind up even needing it, but at least it gives him a little bit of a cushion out there.
Number 72 steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And he'll look at a fastball here that's close, but it's 2-1 now. 2 out with the man at first. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Couple of hits lead to 1 in the inning for Colorado. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Rockies lead it 3-1. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Jason Mott is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 30, Jason Mott. Now playing first base and batting in the 9th spot, number 8.
Leading off the inning, Henry Lerma, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Fielder, Henry Lerma.
Fastball in there for a called strike. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. One and one. Here it comes. Inside corner called as strike 1 and 2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Such a tough pitch to lay off there. The two-seamer working away with 2 strikes, but he lets it go. Maybe just because he knew he couldn't hit it.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Calling for it. Blackman makes the play. 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Xavier Scruggs.
Xavier Scruggs ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
He's set, and the pitch. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
This bullpen's picking right up where their starter left off. This has been a real team effort on the mound so far.
James Iwamura will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
Here it comes. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Two out, nobody on. Not close. It's 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Good battle. Count remains full. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
I've got to say, even as a right-handed hitter myself, there's something about a left-handed hitter's swing that's really fun to watch when they square one up. This is a cut fastball, but you see the nice extension, the good follow-through, and he just rips it into center field.
Number 68 will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
From the stretch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. The 1-0 pitch. Down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. What a play! Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. More baseball on the show right after this. Lamont Landis will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
Landis.
Striding in to start the 9th, Daniel Descalso, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. A high strike there, and it's 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
First baseman.
Well, they really bunched him up on that two-seam fastball right there. That's not a very confident swing either, and the result, just an easy ground ball.
In is Gerardo Parra. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. One pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he overadjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a liner, but foul. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Grounded foul down the line, so he'll tee it up again. And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
And sometimes up there you just get completely fooled. I mean, I think he changed his mind about swinging at this pitch about 3 different times while it was on its way to the plate. I'm going to swing. No. I'm going to take it. Oh, well, I better try to at least foul it off. And in the end, he got nothing.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that'll get down for what should be extra bases. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Now, sometimes people talk about no doubters when a guy hits one 20 rows into the seats. Well, that's a no-doubt double right there. No chance for any of these outfielders to get it. With their backs to the infield, they got to get back there, get the ball back into the infield just to save a double.
Here's Charlie Blackmon now, as he'll take a look at ball one. Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Gotta like the approach right here. He's basically saying, if you're gonna beat me, you're going to have to take it to left field, because I don't think he's going to give this guy anything he can pull.
The 2-1 on its way. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. On the ground up the middle. Sauer comes up with it. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Both of these guys at the top of the lineup can put a lot of pressure on the defense because of that speed. And here he beats this one out, and that's going to be ruled an infield single.
Nolan Arenado stands in with runners at the corners now, looking for a third straight 2-out hit and a run in the inning.
And Matt, this inning didn't look like it was going anywhere, but they didn't give up on it. And then all of a sudden you look up and they've got a great chance to push across a run.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll get back in standing.
Keeping an eye on him.
Here comes the 0-1. Low with a fastball here. In the dirt even. It's ball 1. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. But no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. He's running towards second. Pitch outside. The throw. And no throw as he'll just hang on to it. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
And there's the fourth wide one, so they'll go after the next guy with a force at any base here and 2 men gone.
And this could really be trouble now because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
The shot.
Brian Ellington will take over with 2 gone here in the top of inning number 9.
Number 49, Brian Ellington.
Dante Bichette will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning.
Well, you know he's feeling good at the plate, so he's already got 2 hits in this game, looking for another one.
Curveball looked at here for strike 1.
Now on the mound, this is one of those at-bats where you have to get this guy to give your team any chance. You have to. Base hit here, it's all over.
Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. No offer on that one, 2 balls and a strike.
Deep breath time now on the mound. You got to compose yourself, and that strike zone's looking about the size of a tin can.
2-1, here it is. Hard hit ball to second, but right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. Rockies lead this one 3-1. Adam Ottavino is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 0, Adam Ottavino.
Leading off the inning, Ronnie Drew, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Third baseman, Ronnie Drew.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. And here's a ball hit in the air. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Well, for all the hits these guys have, they absolutely should have more than 1 run. And it's about time they started to take advantage of all these base runners.
Jeremy Pruitt will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
Comes set, now the pitch. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there has got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. Descalzo, but no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
Well, this is a much easier play for a left-handed first baseman to make, especially when you're charging in like that. He doesn't have to turn his back to the play, so he gets a good gauge on whether he still has time or not, and he's able to fire on to second base in time to get that force out.
Tomas Telis will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 18, Tomas Telis.
Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1. Now the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing.
Simple throw over there.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Runners on first with 1 down. Line towards center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And he is in there.
This is just a guy taking advantage of a good count to hit him. He's got a pretty good idea that he's going to see the hard stuff here, so he just gears up for the fastball and drives it right back up the middle.
Number 77 will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 77.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Derek Sauer, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that he doesn't try to do too much here. Just keep that line moving. Do something productive and give the next guy a chance as well.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
They're definitely making him work out there. He came in trying to shut the door, and he has not had an easy time of it.
Here's the 1-1. And the low 80s slider is in there, and he's in control, 1-2.
And now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Has a look, now the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Now another 1-2. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
And that is a big time to come up with a strikeout in a tight game like this. You still got that tying run over there at first, but with 2 away now, you don't necessarily need a ground ball to get you out of this.
Hector Cortez makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Hara is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
Not much of a surprise here in the final outcome. You know, those youngsters, they gave them a pretty good battle. But in the end, the experience of the major leaguers finally won out.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he really pitched well. He ran into a few problems here and there along the way, but aside from that, he was definitely a difference maker out there.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rockies come out on top 3-1. Good night, everybody.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Rockies. 3 runs on 9 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For the Zephyrs, 1 run, 11 hits. 1 error. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.